We have all seen the media reports of Egyptians revolting against the persecution they have been facing. However, did you know that more than 43 million Christians have been killed for their faith since the crucifixion of Jesus? It's been estimated that more Christians have been martyred in the 20th century than in the prior 1900 years combined. There have been more than 26 million documented cases of martyrdom in this century alone. More than 200 million Christians in over 60 nations face persecution each day. 60% of these are children. 150 to 165,000 are martyred each year. Christians today are the most persecuted group in the world. The Gospel, a beautiful story of God sending His Son, Jesus Christ, to save humanity. In the Bible, God commands His people to go, spread His name, and make disciples of all nations. However, in many of these countries, the government has made it illegal for the proclamation of faith. And when Christians go and spread the good news, persecution comes, and wounds, and even death. The media constantly sees this happening. However, they fail to show the leadership to report of the truth of the voice of martyrs. They cover up the evidence and mask what's happening to Christians in America, in the Middle East, and around the world.
As you just finished watching, you saw the persecution that comes about to the Christian church that a lot of media fails to cover. The main point of my media project is to shed light on the lack of communication that happens between the media and the people. All the media knows these facts that I was listing off to you, yet they fail to show the leadership to take them to the people. They are lacking that central leadership to say, you know what, this is important for the people to know. Because they are too scared that they believe that if they express the truth of what's happening to Christians across the world, then an uproar would happen. And see, they're lacking the strength, they're lacking the willpower to show that through that strong leadership, that informing the people will actually be better than keeping it hidden. It's all part of the power and identity stabilization that they have going, that they believe that right now the media has power, and that anything to throw off that power, they want to avoid. And so they believe that if they tell the people about what's really happening to Americans that are missionaries in these countries and how they're dying for the faith, if they tell them the reason that they're dying, then they'll start losing that power. Because without the power and without that identity, they feel like they have no leadership ability. And that's kind of the stigma that's surrounded leadership in the past, is saying that without power and without this overseeing identity, I can't be a leader. And yet that is so far from the truth. And we're seeing that contested more and more now. With the rebellion in Egypt that you saw earlier a clip of, it shows that the power and the identity that that president had over that country finally swelled to a point where the people could not take it anymore, because that wasn't true leadership. It wasn't showing the true, authentic leadership that is supposed to happen to make a country grow. And in the Christian perspective, what needs to happen is that they need to go to the media. They need to become educated in the facts of what's going on. They need to understand that there are Christian brothers and sisters around the world that are dying in the faith, and that the media knows about all this, yet they fail to tell you the truth of what's happening. And because of this, they need to go to the media companies, well educated, well versed in what's going on, and demand that they have the right to figure out what's going on. This sums up my media project, encompassing the persecution that happens in the Christian faith and the lack of media coverage that is distributed to the people. I hope you've enjoyed it. My name is Carl Cherry. Thank you for your time.